All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are going to tackle a really profound concept from Hindu philosophy called Dharma. But as you're about to see, this isn't just a simple list of rules. Nope, it's a really smart, two-sided system for guiding how we act.
So let's just start with a fundamental question, one I think we all kind of wrestle with. When you think about living a good life, is it more about the positive things you actively do, or is it more about the negative things you choose not to do? It's a huge question, and Dharma has a fascinating answer.
You see, the source material we're looking at today says you don't actually have to choose. Dharma isn't just one thing. It's this dynamic two-part system. Think of it as both a push and a pull.
Okay, so first up, let's look at the push side of the equation. This is the part of Dharma that actively encourages us, that pushes us toward doing certain things.
This has a name, of course. It's called Pravritti Dharma, the Dharma of action. And maybe the easiest way to think about it is like a spiritual gas pedal. It's the force that's there to get us moving, to get us to do beneficial things that we probably wouldn't do on our own.
Now, what's so interesting is the kind of actions we're talking about here. They're described as Alokika, which means unworldly, and the rewards are adrishta, or unseen. So we're talking about things like deep spiritual practices, penance, austerities, stuff that doesn't give you an immediate, obvious payoff. And that right there is the crucial insight. Because the reward is invisible, because it's long-term, we're just not naturally drawn to do these things. I mean, let's be real, it's not exactly human nature to choose a difficult path when there's no clear, immediate prize at the end.
So since we don't have that natural internal drive, something external has to step in and give us a nudge, and that something is scripture or shastra. It has to actively promote these actions. And according to the source, that very act of promotion, that push, that is Dharma.
Okay, so if Pravritti Dharma is the gas pedal, you know what's coming next, right? You also need a brake. So let's flip the coin and look at the other half of this, which is all about restraint.
And this is called Nivritti Dharma, the Dharma of restraint. This is our spiritual brake pedal. It's the force that pulls us back, the one that prevents us from just acting on every single impulse that pops into our heads.
And check this out. The actions here are the total opposite of what we just saw. They're Alokika, meaning they're worldly, very common. And the rewards are drishta. You see them immediately. Think about the instant gratification you might get from, say, taking something that isn't yours or indulging a powerful craving. So unlike those difficult spiritual practices, our natural instincts are often powerfully drawn towards these things. Why? Because the payoff is quick. It's tangible, and boy, can it be tempting. And because that natural pull is so strong, Scripture has to step in again. But its job this time isn't to push. It's to prevent, to restrain. It gives us the wisdom and the framework to hold ourselves back from things that might feel good in the moment but are ultimately harmful. This act of prevention, that's the other side of Dharma.
So you've got a push and a pull, a gas and a brake, but what's the unifying principle? Who or what is the authority that decides when to push and when to pull back? Well, the single guiding authority here is Shastra, the sacred scriptures. The whole system is based on this deep understanding of human nature. It knows we hesitate to do hard things for unseen rewards. And it knows we jump at easy things with immediate rewards. So Dharma is the complete package, the full system of guidance that Scripture provides to handle both of our natural tendencies. It's the promotion and the prevention, all rolled into one.
Okay, so that's the ancient philosophy, and it's really elegant. But what does it actually mean for us today? How can we use this framework as a kind of moral compass in our own lives? Well, this concept is so powerful because it's not just a simple list of do this, don't do that. It's a sophisticated, totally timeless framework for self-reflection. It recognizes that to live a good life, you need both. You need that spiritual gas pedal to push you to do the hard, important things. And you absolutely need a spiritual brake to hold you back from the easy, tempting things that can lead to harm. It's all about managing that internal push and pull.
So the real takeaway here is to see Dharma as a personal compass. It leaves us with a question we have to ask ourselves. In my life, right now, where do I need a push? What difficult but worthwhile thing am I avoiding? And just as importantly, where do I need a pull? What impulse do I need to restrain, even though it feels good in the moment? Because finding that balance between those two forces, well, that's the real art of living.